Hey y'all, it's Juan here. Today I'm taking a look at the Tanchjim 1 DSP, and this is an IM that I've spent my own money on. It was around $20 on Amazon, very cheap, and I thought it was quite interesting. So this is a pretty standard bullet style IM, nice, kind of nice ergonomics here. It's nicely curved, fits in my ear quite well, and yeah, it's worn cable down, similar to the FDX1, however much smaller and generally much more pleasant to wear. The sound quality is also quite surprising. It's sort of this typical neutral, low-end IEM type of sound with like a neutral warm tonality. Very common to things like the Chew or all of these other IEMs we're seeing nowadays with kind of the same driver, although I suspect this is using a different one. But regardless, it's competently tuned. It's a very good starting point. And past 1 kHz, it's actually pretty Harman compliant. And what people were getting excited about, just specifically with this IM for a little while, not so much anymore, I'm kind of late to the party here, but this IM has some surprising treble extension past 10 kHz. It really brings out quite a bit of detail. And so, I found that to be quite nice, and it generally provides a good starting point for a good budget IEM. But that's not why I was interested in it. That's not why I'm making this video right now. The reason why I'm making this video is because of the cable. This is a USB-C cable with a pre-applied equalizer. So when you buy it, it comes pre-corrected. So there's the stock response is kind of this neutral warm thing. So you have this base curve that kind of goes up over 100 hertz, and it's nice and warm. But the cable pre-applies a correction there, notches out the 100 hertz and notches out some of the treble around 6 kilohertz, bringing it closer to, on the bass end of things, it brings it much closer to Harman, while also creating a more subdued treble tone, and it's quite pleasant to listen to. But that in itself even is not why I'm interested in this. With the Tanchjim app, you have full control over the 5-band parametric equalizer on board, so you can adjust it to whatever you'd like. And one of the presets, the instrumental preset, happens to be almost perfectly Harman compliant. So what we have here is a $20 IEM that, via a very competent EQ that can be adjusted whichever way you want, practically speaking, has perfect Harman compliance, and there are some people who are really into that. And for those who aren't, you can do whatever you want with it. And you don't even need to be using these this earphone, although this is quite a good little earphone here to start off with. I said it's just a standard 2-pin connector on the end. And because you can just reset it to a flat EQ profile, and EQ to whatever you'd like, I could plug this into, say, literally anything else I want if I so desired. And so I find that quite a good value for $20. Yeah, and now beyond that, not a whole lot exciting going on here. The build quality, like I said, is nice. The cable quality is quite good too. Very flexible. It's not like the the Moondrop Chew or other really chintzy thin cables. Is actually quite substantial here, and I haven't had any issues with it so far after some weeks of usage. But I just wanted to bring some attention to this thing because yeah, I mean this cable in itself is quite a powerful tool, and for $20, less than the standalone Moondrop cable, I believe, with a similar feature where you can go in and change all of the EQ profiles. It's quite a good value. Now, the only problem is that the application that you need to download comes from the Tanchjim app, and it's very slow to download, and you can't find it on the Play Store. So, a little tedious there, but once you get that running, and I'll probably leave a link to that in the description, so it's much easier for people who may not even know about this. This is just a nice value. So yeah, that's kind of all I wanted to say about this IM. Otherwise it's just kind of basic chi-fi. Nothing too exciting going on here, but regardless, I've enjoyed it, and I think I'll continue to enjoy it. Thanks for watching.